So I decided to start leaving general chess tips as I progress in chess myself. I have a dream to one day reach 2,000 rating. Currently I'm about between 15 and 1600 USCF. So I'm trying to collect ideas and concepts about chess that can apply to multiple games. It's very easy to get caught up in just thinking like, okay, oh, I could have done that there and be done, without really reflecting on the idea itself, or like what's the concept there? How can I improve on that? How can I use that next time? So that it's not just a nugget of idea that applies to a very specific position only, which I'm sure there's plenty of those, but I really don't feel like I know the fundamentals well enough to really even just focus too much on the little nuggets. I need the more broader picture. And what I've realized, what I'll share with you guys, I play a lot of speed chess, and I'm starting to notice that I've been worried about things that shouldn't work. I've been worrying about tactics, and I try to defend against them, and by doing that, I'm like losing time. So here I have like a classic Queens Gambit Declined setup. I'm playing as black, and they played bishop f4, and my mind just jumps to the idea of like, okay, he could threaten to fork me, checking my king and attacking my rook. And I automatically play c6 without even thinking about if that was necessary. And in speed chess, it's hard to think about that. So I always tell other people this, and I need to do it more myself, to play longer games and get a better understanding and like really thinking through like what tactics just don't work. And so you're not wasting time trying to like prevent them. Because I mean, this is not a bad move necessarily. I'm sure there's a better move. I think c5 is better or castling is better. But c6 was unnecessary when I was thinking I just want to prevent this from happening. Okay. Alright, so if I castled anyway, and then they played knight to b5. Now, if I play c6 here, attacking the knight, obviously it allows him to do this, but white can't play to c7. They have to jump back. It doesn't work. And if you spend time to calculate it, you can pause the video if you want to figure out like why this doesn't work, like what black does here. Then it's clear that this shouldn't happen, and it gives black pretty much a decisive advantage. And what I had missed was bishop to b4, check. First idea being, okay, if the bishop can't come back, because then you just trade off the bishops and pick up a free knight, right? So they can't do the queen, obviously, because then they just lose a queen, game over. So that has to be the knight. Knight comes back, right? And now while we have pressure on the knight here, we can pile up on it, still making it so that this bishop is stuck here. Because if the bishop ever goes anywhere for one, we're taking this and picking up the queen, right? So we've piled up on the knight. And if he takes the rook anyway, now like we just don't focus on that. We pile up on this glorious position that black suddenly has. Yes, he picked up a rook, but now look how sad his knight is. Look how great our knight and bishop are. And now we're attacking the only thing that's holding everything together. Like, it's ridiculous. Because, the bishop ever leaves, this is dead. If they come back to protect, you can pause the video and try to find the best tactic that comes to your mind. But I just simply see here, just take the knight. If he takes back, we have mate here. If he takes back with the queen, we pick up the queen, and that's all she wrote. And just kind of taking the time to understand that continuation, and you realize in your future games, if you're playing the Queen's Gambit Declined, that c6 is unnecessary. You should castle first, which is better use of your time, and that they would be wasting theirs if they played this. And I wouldn't expect them to play it because it shouldn't be played. But the point is that you're recognizing that the tactics that you're afraid of often just don't work, and by trying to prevent them, in some cases, it just does nothing for you. So that's something I need to learn. I need to spend more time playing longer games of openings I intend to play in more serious matches. So if I'm going to play Queen's Gambit Declined, then I need to understand the tactics and the positions that arise from those positions, and what not to worry about. So I'm not wasting time trying to stop stuff that just doesn't exist in the position. So I just thought I'd leave you with that tip in my progress into achieving mastery one day. Let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, that's all I have for now. Maybe I'll see you guys on Twitch or in our next YouTube video. Y'all take care.